All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the regular session of the Beaumont Planning Commission for Tuesday, November 8th. Happy Election Day. We'll start with a call to order.
Want to call the time?
6 o'clock.
Thank you. Commissioner Rierick?
Here.
Commissioner Dale?
Here.
Commissioner Tinker? Vice Chairman Smith?
Here.
Chairman St. Martin?
Okay. Are there any conflicts of interest to disclose at this time?
No.
All right, if you'll please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. And do we have any adjustments to the agenda at this time?
Yes, we are changing our recommendation on item 2B to continue to the next regularly scheduled meeting of December 13th.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Item number 1 is the public comment period. Any one person may address the Planning Commission on any matter not on this agenda. If you wish to speak, please fill out a public comment form provided at the back table and give it to the city clerk. There is a 3-minute limit on public comments. There will be no sharing or passing of time to another person. State law prohibits the Planning Commission from discussing or taking actions brought up by your comments. And do we have any requests to speak at this time?
Yes, we do. Nancy Hall?
I don't think I've ever seen so many few people in here. Okay, and I'm not going to share my time with anyone. So I want to ask first, of you three gentlemen, are your appointments up, or who is it that's leaving? I saw the application for Planning Commission on the city's website. So
I have 2 more.
you have 2 more?
We need to give you your minutes first.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And you can look that up on our website. It does tell you when their
Oh,
appointments
it
are.
does.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll wait. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll give you your 3 minutes, so keep talking. Unless you have anything else.
Oh, I do. Okay. Well, here was my point tonight. For a number of years, our planning commission has been really hand-tied, so to speak, by what you can and can't do based on a lot of contracts that were signed well before you got your commission. And because of that, a lot of growth has happened here that a lot of us weren't really happy about. You had to agree to building plans that were agreed on, like for instance Heartland, for instance, recently, that was done back in the 90s that you can't do anything about at this point. What I want you to think about is whether you're coming or going or staying is with your experience as planning commissioners. If you had the opportunity to change either a municipal code, state or federal code, what would it be? What could you do out of the experience that you've had on this planning commission to better the future, to make a suggestion to our legislature, to make a change in our federal and state codes to require of developers that will help the millennials and the other ages that are coming up, behind us in the future? We've already been saddled with all of this for years, but we've been stuck. Many a time, Mr. St. Martin has said to me, I can't do anything. But I think that we can. I think that we need to think about all of our experiences and what we can do at the legislative and see what we can suggest and make changes for. And for those of you that are staying, that would be something you could do. I don't know what all of your backgrounds are, but I believe that if you're going out or whatever it may be, that you need to be thinking about, like, not just the experience you had here, but what can you do to better it? Because right now is the time. We already know we're kind of like in the end times a little bit. There's a lot of corruption. There's been a lot of bad things that happen in our city, and they happened, and we're trying to make changes as far as in the city itself, but the laws were still restricted. Our hands are tied. They're still by the laws. In the Heartland, do I get a few minutes for talking to you? In the Heartland situation and stuff, that contract was back in the 90s. And now And now that 915 homes is going to go in, and then the Patero on the 60 bridge, the bridge to nowhere is going to get used. Think about traffic. Think about the 60, the people coming off the 60, while that's happening, people coming off the 60, having to make a left turn to get on the 10 to go westbound. The people having to come across Patero Bridge to nowhere on Oak Valley Parkway and then getting on and off the freeway. There's been no discussion yet on putting another interchange there at the 6th Street off-ramp to take traffic off 60 to come around on to the 10. So we're approving these developments, and I realize my time's up, but we're having these developments and coming in, but we don't have the infrastructure or the ability to route them in town. And we were just kind of stuck. So my reason for coming tonight was really to talk about this. As planning commissioners, I just wanted you to just think about what you've learned since you've been here, and if you could change it, what would you change? And how would you go about that? And I think that's something that you need to consider. That would be if you felt like you couldn't do anything while you were here, that would be what you could do. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any other requests to speak?
No, none.
Item 2, excuse me, my PDF just jumped. Item 2A is approval of the Planning Commission minutes of October the 11th, 2016, and the special meeting of October the 27th of 2016. Do we have a motion?
I make the motion that we approve the minutes.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Rierick, a second by Commissioner Dale. I'll do roll call. Commissioner Rierick,
Yes.
Commissioner Dale,
Yes.
Commissioner Tinker is absent, Vice Chairman Smith,
Yes.
and Chairman St. Martin is absent.
Item 2B, Beaumont Commercial Center, plot plan number 15-PP-03, mitigated negative declaration number 16-MND01, sign program and conditional use permits 16-CUP-09, 16-CUP-10, and 16-CUP-11 for a proposed 62,030 square foot commercial center located on a 7.07 acre parcel at the northwest corner of Highland Springs Avenue and First Street.
Thank you, Vice Chairman and Commissioners. This item was originally scheduled for this meeting. However, we are looking at some additional data, and we are requesting that you continue it to the next regular meeting of December 13th.
Okay.
The public hearing and the item. Continue it to the 13th.
So continue the not open the public hearing at this point?
If there's people who'd like to speak, they may, but I think it'd be
Okay.
better to just continue the whole thing.
Do we have any requests on this item?
We do, Nancy. Nancy, with it being,
I thought you just continued it.
right, it's being continued, but you have the option, if you want to speak on it,
Yeah.
we're going to continue the public hearing to the next meeting.
No, I'll just wait till then.
Okay.
I didn't get through that whole document.
Can we ask questions about it though, just real quick? They're not big questions, just
If you'd
curious.
like to provide us information for us to bring back next time, or you can do that via email after if you still want to review it.
It's just a simple question.
go ahead.
How come the car wash looks different than the other buildings?
Company colors and logos.
Is there a way they can make it look more like the other building? I mean, it's significantly different.
If you notice in our staff report, we did condition them to put the stone features across all the buildings so that it'll tie it together. As
Oh,
part of our recommended
okay.
conditions. We can go into it next meeting, but
Yeah.
it is in there.
okay, cool. Yeah, because I was flipping through, I was like, man, that's gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, we do want to have them tie at least a feature across all of them. So we did condition that they bring that stone element that's in their monument signs and in their one big building
Yeah.
across the other ones.
Okay. The other question was this, how come they all, not always, but there's that drainage ditch over on the Highland Springs Avenue? That's going to remain an open ditch, right?
I believe so.
Is there any way that, I guess, is that a general plan thing where they cover those things up? Because it's not open on the CHP side, so it was covered up at one point, and then it comes back out. Or is that just the cost savings?
That would be through the Public Works Department per their standards.
But
So
oh,
they would plan check whatever they're proposing and make sure it meets the requirements of drainage and Public Works standards.
yeah, they're just an eyesore, the big ditches. You get a lot of them up by the Chatney Center, and then all the way down Highland Springs Avenue you have it, especially when they concrete them. You know, because they fill up with tumbleweeds too. Okay. I'll have more questions next time, but those are just general questions, sorry.
No problem. Do you have any other questions or for staff for the applicant to bring back at the next hearing?
Nope.
Okay. With a deferral on the public hearing portion at this point of the next meeting, do we have a motion to continue the public hearing and the matter to the regular session of December 13th?
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second.
Okay, so I have a motion to continue this item to the next regular meeting of December 13th by Dale, second by Rarick. And I'll do a roll call. Commissioner Rarick,
Yes.
Commissioner Dale,
Yes.
Commissioner Tinker is absent, Vice Chairman Smith,
Yes.
and Chairman St. Martin is absent.
Okay. Do you have any additional planning director comments?
Yes, as was mentioned during our, by Ms. Hall, we have released the applications for the 3 planning commissioner seats. Those are due Thursday, December 15th, and expected to go to the regular city council meeting of December 20th for that appointment. So we wanted to make sure you guys all knew that. And then if you guys wanted to continue for those up, get your applications in, and they're available on our website already. Second, Mr. Todd Parton is in the back of the room. He is our new city manager, hired by the city council. So he's here to say hi. If you need to talk to him, send him an email, give him a call. He's pretty open to hearing from you.
Right. Welcome aboard.
Yeah. Welcome.
And that's all I have.
Can I ask a question, though? It's about a different issue, not on here, just a guidance question. Out in front of what the gist of it is who would you talk to about getting a street painted that says keep clear? So in references, there's an area right after the Burger King when you're on Highland Springs Avenue going up towards the freeway to get onto 60. You're coming from north, you're going south. Mm-hmm. But people that are going north are try to turn into the Food for Less or to go over to the Stater Brothers, but you can't because all the cars fill up trying to go down the freeway. Who would you talk to about asking them to paint that this says keep clear? They do it on the other side of the freeway. When you're trying to go to the Albertsons, they paint it right there that says clear.
The best place to put those requests is through our Ask Beaumont system online.
Okay.
And it would get routed probably to either Community Services or Public Works.
Ask Beaumont, okay. It's a simple thing, and honestly, most people don't follow it, but it's still, though, some people do.
We're working on realigning that area with banding as well, so that whole situation will hopefully in the near future be fixed.
Oh, that's cool, okay.
Okay. Well, with that, we will adjourn our meeting at 6:13. Thank you.